Welcome back once again. Let me put the hood on. Excuse me. This is a pseudo professional sort style role. I gotta get that. Alrighty. Open my mouth too fast. My brain fell out. What can I do? What can you do? iPhone did its final update. It's been acting very strange. Horsey face. I really like this. Now, I watched Chris's video, Uncanny Deductions. He's deducting. And I understood what he was saying. He was being grappled with trying to artistically put out there what he was trying to say, and he was having already the difficulties. Like me, I'm murdering bugs. Horse would probably just eat him. He'd probably just scoot over there and eat him, and that's not the way. That's not the way we're gonna do it here. We're not gonna do it like that. I've got most of the grass mowed properly. I got the pathway going down to the river, which is pretty wildly overgrown out there. As many cans as somebody could fucking get out of here and take. The cans, something about aluminum. I used to be a sheet metal worker, and I could tell you aluminum is strange. Number one, it does not occur naturally. You don't dig up aluminum. It turns to alum. There's a very nasty process of bringing that shit back into the rolls and cutting it out and making aeroplanes and what have you. Hugo, my friend, had described it as gross to the touch. And it does. They coat it with some sort of grease, and that shit will infect the fuck out of your fingers. Very nasty. If you get cut with it, it's going to act weird. You might just die. I'm not entirely sure. Edgar Casey, the sleeping prophet, had a guy come to him, and he started telling people their old Atlantean history, you know, what was going on in the Atlantean times. And we're kind of, we're having a lot of the souls reincarnate from that time. And humans, just because I'm not entirely sure, I didn't get to participate with the military-industrial complex in the same way. I did want to go to the Army, the Marines, or any of that shit at the birth of my first child. I really wanted to do that. And other than the piss poor having of my check that has gone to my ex, I'm just glad that she was able to get something. And when she had stopped communicating and was dealing with the own darkness that she had to deal with, I understand that too, because of the crazy shit that she had described. I listened to everything she said, and wasn't mean or rude or nothing like that. Part of me is still concerned that there's some effort to fuck me out of this money that I'm getting that's taking care of the um, funerary stuff, which is fucking ridiculously expensive, of course. But I didn't want to be a. I want to have to move him somewhere else and do all that shit. I went up there and I took his ID and I let the lady look. She's a pretty hot lady for funeral directors and people that do funerary work. Sometimes they're really gothic and hot. This time there's no gothic, but the chick is very attractive. She said she had just got her license to do this. I had a lot more questions the second time around because it just made me wonder certain things. Why wonder? I mean, why wonder if you can find out? Cardinome. He's not a bad guy, but he's like lives in the spirit of poverty and just deals with it. He walks his Christian walk with that, and mostly he tries to get people excited about different things to be excited about. To celebrate what you believe in. I believe in Jesus. I don't believe in the traditional form. And as I've said before, that voice to me has told me that his name was Essa. My name was Essa. It wasn't Jesus, but it was. And, people, that's what they called me. It's like I didn't come down here to start a church and a freaking Catholicism. That wasn't the point. Obviously, whenever I had to deal with the fact that Jesus could just be a written story, I was sort of pissed off by that. Then I came to find, well, yeah, a lot of that is a written story about Simon of Tyana, I think it is. He had a lot of interesting shit in his life. Another interesting character altogether. He didn't die for your sins, but he did weird shit. And he did shit that humans can do. And humans can do all kinds of shit that they're just not letting themselves do. I could transform into a horse using the Taoist transformative techniques, but it would take a minute, and it probably wouldn't feel very good. Having you stretch your face out and then put it back, puts a little more wear and tear on the human body than sports medicine currently can provide assistance for. I watched your video, Chris. I saw what you said, and I read between the lines. And I still want an introduction to the fractal. Whatever the detoured fractal is doing to you, I'd like to also communicate with it. I'd just like to say hi, maybe send it a fruit basket or something. Wearing this horse. See, if I wear this horse, the hair that doesn't connect still does connect. But I've got this layer of rug to put over it. Another interesting thing is the topic about Athena and Perseus. thing that does not appear to have any real wisdom. You've gone past your 10 minutes. I've gone past the 10 minutes. 10-minute black screen. Oh, you even have to. It even brings the things back. That's messed up. Go with. No, I'm not going with Mario. No, Mario. Mario, no. I don't know what you're doing. It's cool. Oh, you're being a bastard, I see. Let me get on back. No, no, you misunderstand my finger touchings. Discard it. I didn't want to use this. Give me my selections, please. I'm bringing it back. All right. Before I was so rudely interrupted. This is an interesting app, you see, because all the people that you have seat up in this corner here, some of them are the real people I know. Some of them are some friends I know, but you got a bunch of cartoon people. I mean, why are they using specifically the bit emojis? That's excellent. You can shop now for your foods and eats at the Dollar General, which we now have a Dollar Tree, where the Satan medical place was in there, and I got a hell of a lot of food. Hell of a lot of food. I haven't fully ended my relationship with Dr. Pepper. I am drinking cranberry something. Cranberry. This is just the cranberry. Oh. I feel like it really quenches my thirst and provides a remedy for some of the ailments of life. It's just living. We had an incredible lightning and thunderstorm yesterday. All of the storms were tracking above our town. They were in a line looking real fucking ominous. Chicago Windler's like, you're going to need to get in the bathtub. You're going to need to get in the kiss your ass position. So I recorded her, the news lady, on the TV. Put in Superman, which I don't really like Superman. I mean, I like the idea of Superman, but, you know, why wear the underwear outside the costume? I don't know why they, you set the trend for so many dumbass looking heroes. It's no wonder why we have a difficult time trusting our parents' generation. Start doing shit like that. My uncle wants to come, and maybe he should. The rest of my family aren't the potheads that we are. Though I'm not smoking right now, I haven't even smoked during the day. I really don't even like to smoke until like the evening time. It just makes my mind too befuddled and silly. But I'm not used to the decriminalization process. Someone tells me, "Oh, you can drive with some weed now." I'd be like, "Fuck you! I don't think so." No, because it's just not. I'd rather just be the horse and just, go along my way. Of course, that's not the final goal. You know what the fuck I'm talking about, really. I'm just trying to let out and articulate some of this weird, strange. There's no better way to do it than looking at this horse. You're just looking at this horse saying shit. Don't you know? Don't you see? Oh, can't you see what that horse face it been doing to me? Eating oats, eating oats. I've got the horse too. My damn daddy's boat. Damn daddy's boat. So we're crossing over out of the hell world previously had been entangled in, going with the camp of those who are the chosen. We're going forward, up and out of hell, like the first time. All the fucking wars and rumors of war. Hopefully we don't get nuked during this process. I don't think the aliens are going to let us use nukes. I think they said that when they flew over the mini installations and turned them bitches off. Sir, the nukes are not functioning. They're not able to function. ICBM, don't do it. But our country looks real fucking sad to the other world. The rest of the world, if we're not assholes going over there with our CIA and fucking up everything, destroying governments, toppling people's will. Other countries don't have a democratic process the same way. They have to fucking murder each other. It's the only way they keep the people in check. Obviously, you don't want to be murdered by your government. You don't want that. But in America, most people are patriotic and they'll go and fight. If something happens, we will go and fight and try to defend whatever this belief in America is towards somebody else, which they don't have it. They don't have America. They can come here, and they'll get a phone, and they'll meet them around back and give them a cell phone with a court date and a check and a UN card. Coming to America. They didn't have horses in America anymore. After the last ice age, the horse died out. There was no horses. The Spanish released their pigs when they landed on Florida, rapidly decimating the lives of the Native Americans where they would run. The pigs would run and become feral very fast. Now you got wild boars. Imagine if you're a naked-ass Indian and then suddenly you happen across some wild-ass boars in the woods. That's a pretty dangerous proposition. You know, them things knock you down, it's over. They'll just eat you. It's not good news. I watched your video, Chris. I watched the way you tried to explain something that you had the emotion, right, to convey what you were saying. It was all around you. You know, you don't always need to know or have to say the words correctly. Sometimes when you just want to communicate what you're trying to feel, a lot of times there is no real message. It might just be the surrounding environment, the bubble that you're dwelling in, something to that effect. All these things are very important parts of what it is. So I got that. I got that of it. Responding to it, I have to save that shit because it was hilarious. I took some sleeping pills. It was time to sleep. It was time to leave. And I fucking plowed through it, like not able to fall asleep, not letting myself fall asleep, but yet I was. Because I hadn't slept in that room yet. And I was pretty much in the same spot where my dad last was, which does creep you out. It does creep you out. But I don't get the feeling at all that he is haunting or able to haunt or needing to me while I'm here. But also I was very, very, very mindful of being in that same spot and it being the elevator up. You're lagging. One more time. Anyway, the elevator up. So I took the elevator up. My dad's screenshot on his phone, whenever you would see for his number, it's a guy going up a pole. He's being torsioned up the pole and is reaching down. The walking stick also represents that. I got a weird picture of a family member, and he's got the walking stick. It's between my mom and my dad. It's this old dude that I don't know who he is, but I know he's family. He'd be one of the guys that probably didn't last very long up into my own lifetime, as I am not in. I was not. Well, was I there? I keep thinking that I was there, but I was not. They were married, and then I was born after that. I'm bastardized in a different way. Anyway, that's all I want to say. Just a little fucking hello. Hello. Hi. How you doing? Hello. Just making a little horsey video. I'm just telling you a little horsey stuff. It's a little horsey. A little horsey. Just horsing around. Just trying to let you know. Maybe you should get some car insurance. Did they tell you about your car insurance? That's all I'm saying. Just horsing around. Anyway, have a nice time. Thank you all for being helpful. And fuck all you who are being dicks. Hopefully someone helps you when you are in your time of trouble and shit. This hasn't been all that bad. It's been a little bit, I had my period of crying. When I cried after the first day in the night, I seriously, like, it would just upset me because I didn't like seeing somebody that was such a really good person, like, experience that. And then some dick, like, oh, what you put in there? Because I just commented it in my favorite show that I watch. Somebody's being an ass. Like, what are you trying to get sympathy? What the fucking sympathy for what? Everyone dies. We die here. What the fuck kind of sympathy would I get? I get one fucking extreme stalker asshole, for saying that. But hey, that was Mike Jones. Of course Mike Jones would say some shit like that. Whatever. On Dark Journalist's show. Dark Journalist is an excellent show. Check him out. Anyway, that's all. You feel me? You gotta roll with fast brain now.